Okay, so trying to put this all together now and a little bit of a summary of the graphing. So they give us this form here, f of x equals ab to the power of x plus c. Notice that the c is in the exponent, plus d. Notice that d is not in the exponent. Okay, and this is based on functions where b is greater than 1. Now in the past when we worked with exponential functions we talked about it being greater than 0 but not equal to 1. Now we're saying greater than 1 because we're going to take into consideration anything between 0 and 1 we could write in terms of the opposite of the exponent, so we could take care of that. Otherwise we would have like two sets of rules and we don't want to have that. Okay, so what does everything do? Well, C shifts C units to the left. I find it interesting that they write it that way, but it's written as x plus c, and that's why it's moving to the left. Okay? Then we have, do they talk about if it's negative x? They don't. Okay, so then they talk about a being a stretch or compression. If a is greater than, the absolute value of a is greater than 1, it's going to be a stretch. And if the absolute value of a is between 0 and 1, then it's going to be a compression. And also if a, not the absolute value, but if just a is less than 0, it's going to reflect about the y-axis. I'm sorry, the x-axis. It's going to reflect about the x-axis. Did I write that right? That makes a difference to us. They don't talk about reflections about the y-axis here. That would involve a little bit more work with the exponent on the base. So it makes a difference how you write that. And they just kind of didn't talk about that. So, okay. And then we did A and we did C. And then D. D is going to be a shift. Well, it's going to be a vertical shift. Vertical shift. If D is, greater than 0, it's going to shift up. And if D is less than 0, it's going to shift down. You also might have a question up here about, well, it shifts C units to the left, but is it ever going to shift to the right? Well, if C were less than 0, it would shift to the right, okay? And then we start playing around with the exponent a little bit more as well. So this is just the form that they give us, and this is all the information they give us, so we'll just go with that. Just one more thing. They note that the steps that you're doing follow the order of operations. So you're looking at the exponent first, right? Exponent, that's C. So first do that. Then look at the multiplication. That's A. And then finally finally step 3, you're looking at the addition, which is D, and that's that vertical shift. Okay, so